Today on the Auburn Torch, Auburn men's and women's tennis get ready for ITA Kickoff weekend, which for the men means a first-round matchup with Alabama. Let's get into it. I was just noticing rain on my window here. If you didn't know, the inspo, the inspiration behind the Torch Talk in the morning is, you're thinking about how am I going to do things, and I'm like, well, what do I consume? Like, what do I actually consume? Like, what kind of style? Like, as far as like TikTok shorts or Instagram shorts or whatever. I'm like, okay, well, what do I see from? What do I actually like that I want to replicate with the Torch? And one of them was. James Spann, if you don't know, James Spann goes on YouTube every morning. Like if you only know him from TV clips, right? He goes on YouTube every morning and afternoon. He goes live for like 10 minutes and he calls it his morning briefing. And like, it's cool because he can kind of go like, he gets a little further into the weeds. Like he shows you different like models and all these different charts. It's like, because when he goes on TV, he's got to dumb it down, right? Like he's got to... so the live stream is a little step up, like a little more, for the sickos, which is cool. But anyway, that's what I was like. Well, what about 10 minutes? And I've it's been more 15 to 20 lately, but like 10 minutes every morning. Here's something you can listen to on drive time, just real early. Here's what's going on today. Here's the calendar, right? Anyway, so I've been watching him a lot this week because of the freeze and stuff. Anyway, I just recorded the intro, and between intro and now, there's rain on my window. But it looks like it's all going north of us, so we're chilling. This weekend, I'm gonna go. Let's skip ahead to this weekend because I will probably be talking about. Auburn Florida gymnastics tomorrow. I know myself, and I know I probably can't help myself, and I'll probably go way too long on that. So here on this Thursday, why don't we go ahead and take a look at? We'll talk about the women's basketball game, but then let's take a look at this weekend. And what I want to point to, here's the schedule for audio listeners, especially tonight, 6:30 p.m. Auburn at Vanderbilt. On the road at Nashville. Vanderbilt's good. Vanderbilt's number 5. Going to be very tough. 7:45 tomorrow at home. Auburn gymnastics versus Florida. Double Gator weekend with men's basketball on Saturday. It was at 3, so I thought it was like, is this like a CBS thing? But it's not. It's just regular old ESPN or ESPN family. The family. There's these guys who do the Beauregard football radio. So when I worked at the paper, it's so weird to say that that's past tense. We got to listen for updates, and God bless Beauregard's radio crew is my absolute favorite, and they have sponsorships, and one of them is it Mafia's the coffee in Auburn? What Mafia's? I don't know. I'm not a coffee drinker. That's why. A coffee mafia? Okay, yeah. Coffee mafia. What is Mafia's? What am I talking about? Maybe this is it. Anyway. Like that's their sponsor. That's one of their sponsors. And they immediately, like, whenever they're doing that ad read, they all break out into, like, Godfather Goodfella impressions. Like, come see the family. They're my favorite. Oh, my gosh. They were so awesome. I love them. Next year, I'm going to keep listening to them out of habit. I'm not even covering high school football anymore. Now I'm going to try to help on a freelance basis. Listen, this weekend, stay on target, Justin. This weekend, men's and women's tennis. This is what I want to talk about today because I'm probably going to talk about gymnastics tomorrow. Men's and women's tennis are both at the ITA Kickoff weekend. What that means is, so in a couple weeks, the ITA National Indoor Championship Tournament is happening. Indoor champ is one of the most coveted prizes in college tennis. The other being the outdoor national championship, the actual NCAA championship in like May, right? So that's the NCAA tournament. That's it, right? That's just like every other sport. That's the NCAA tournament, right? But there's an indoor national championship, ITA national championship, mid-season, indoor because it's winter. Everyone wants to win it. It's a good thing. You like winning it. And if you make it, the other thing is if you make it to the top 16, if you like make it, you get consolation games, so you get chances to play against the best teams, you get chances to improve your ranking, and blah, blah, blah. So there's a lot of reasons why you want to go to ITAs, right? This weekend, men and women are in qualifying for ITAs. Obviously, the women's team is ranked number 4. The women's team is hosting it, okay? So if this weather goes way north and it's easy to get out there, go check it out, especially if they can be outside. I mean, you're welcome to go. I said this the other day, like you're welcome to go indoors too. It's just like if you're a first time like Auburn fan, like say you're a first time casual fan going to tennis, it is going to be harder to see in the indoor. Like that's just how it is, right? So it's like it's good for like parents and stuff. Not it's like one it's just indoors but outdoors they have like there's this hill where you can look over all 6 courts and like move amongst them. So if you go and you only get to go when it's indoors, don't hold that experience. Like come back for outdoors. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, women's tennis, they're number 4, so they get to host their ITA qualifying like regional, basically. I don't know what they call it really. So they get to host theirs, and they're the favorite, and they'll probably run through. The men are going to Starkville because Mississippi State is number 7, I think. Men's college tennis rankings. That's not the link I wanted to click. So Starkville's hosting it. Mississippi State is the favorite, certainly. But an intriguing first round matchup. Yeah, number 7. An intriguing first round matchup for Auburn against the Tad. So Auburn gets a bonus rivalry game with Alabama, and it's a team match. So I'm interested in it. I definitely want to follow it. It's at 10 a.m. on Saturday. So there you go. Before the men's basketball game in the afternoon, while you're warming up, we'll be following, and I'll probably tweet about it incessantly. So I'll tell you where to go. I'll point you in the right direction. Yeah, I'm super interested in whenever it's the rivalry, man. That's what we're gonna follow it, right? So men, and then you try to win that one, and then you try to go and pull the upset, the big unranked upset, which I was listening to Inside the Auburn Tiger, or not Inside the Auburn Tiger. This weekend Auburn, insert sport here with Andy Burcham and Jacob Pullman. And Bobby Reynolds, the men's coach, was saying like the thing that is about Mississippi State is that they do know them very well. Like they're really senior heavy. They've played them a lot. They got a lot of tape. So try to pull that upset if you can win. The women have Tulane. They'll take care of that. I don't have offhand the other ones that are coming to the tournament, but Auburn is obviously ranked higher than all of them. It would be bad if Auburn women didn't advance. It would be like, what an incredible upset if Auburn men advance, right? So again, just setting your precedent, setting your expectations, and now here's their opportunity to go buck the trend and top the expectations. One more tennis note. 2 more tennis notes. Auburn women's tennis, Ekaterina Khairutdinova, yeah, forgive me, picked up SEC Player of the Week. Haven't met her. Haven't gotten to figure that name out yet. She's from Russia. SEC Player of the Week this week, and for good reason. I'll show you. She's a transfer from FIU, and she just cruised through for video viewers, you can see here she is. Here, we'll just go through her week. Number 3 doubles against Liberty. Number 3 doubles win. Number 1 singles win 6-0, 6-1. Against UAB, number 2 doubles win 6-0. Number 1 singles, again, this is the other team's best player, 6-0, 6-4. Western Carolina, number 2 doubles 6-0. And against Georgia Tech, this would be the best competition, right? Number 2 singles, 6-4, 6-1, straight sets, light work. And then they were winning on, I think they were winning on court 2. The scoreboard's a little goofy, but it looks like they were winning on court 2 in doubles when the doubles point was called. If you don't know tennis, let me just run through the formats, right? So what they'll do is you have, it's best of 7, okay? So 4 out of 7. You got to win 4 out of 7, okay? You have 6 in singles. You enter your players 1 through 6, and so 1 versus 1, 2 versus 2, 3 versus 3. You have these 6 matchups. And then the 7th point is the doubles point, which at the beginning you play 3 doubles matches. Best 2 out of 3 gets you the doubles point. Okay. So then you go into singles and someone has an advantage already because there's 6. And then if you've lost the doubles point, you got to win 4 out of 6. If you've won the doubles point, you only have to win 3 out of 6. And then when I talk about something being unfinished, right? Like the match happens and, or like the result has taken, like you've already won either the 2 out of 3 for doubles or you've won the 4 out of 7. So sometimes you'll just stop playing. I know I'm making an assumption here, but sometimes they play it out. I think sometimes like if it's late on a Sunday, particularly, they just call it unfinished. Like we gotta get on the bus, right? And then maybe in conference they're less likely to play it out too. Maybe that's just a non-conference preview thing. Anyway, SEC Player of the Week for her, and well earned because she was just cleaning up. So anyway, moving on. Gymnastics tomorrow. Women's basketball tonight. Number 5 Vanderbilt, gonna be very difficult. I did see that Vickers said, if we play defense like we did against Alabama, that this is him saying that then that's the equalizer, and you can, which is what we've been saying right here on Torch Talk, right? That's the equalizer, and you can win a lot of games. Playing rock fights, right? Make it a rock fight. Make it 50-49, And I think that's what they'll have to do. Going to be on SEC Network Plus tonight. But yeah. It's all in the defense. It really is. But Vanderbilt, I mean, they are not going to be an easy out. And again, I think it's very good. 19-0, they're undefeated. Yeah, it's not gonna be an easy out. And they got to play on this court they have up there. I'd love to see that court one day. I've never actually been there. At Vanderbilt, have I for basketball? No, I've seen the SEC tournament in Nashville, but that is not at that court. Good. Michaela Blake's 25 points a game. Ma'am. Justine Pissot, 11.8 points per game. Aubrey Galvin, 11.5 points per game. Holy cow. So there's some scoring machines. Let's see. NCAA women's basketball team stats. That's most of this morning. So if you wanna take off, go ahead. I'm just gonna look up this stat and then plug that story on the Blades brothers. So if you read that, you can go ahead and take off. Scoring per game, scoring offense. Where are they at nationally? Number 10 in scoring offense, 86.1 points per game. But hey, man, this is like. And I guess we'll just find out because it's not an exact science. It's not just paper, rock, scissors, right? But like, when they were playing Alabama, I thought, I was I don't know if I was either wrong or Auburn performed so good that I was right and they still won, right? But I thought that the Alabama game was a tougher matchup for Auburn women's basketball because Alabama is also good at defense. It's like I thought the upset Auburn would be if their good defense could match up well against a good offense. And if that other team the other team that's an offensive team has a good offense and a bad defense, that Auburn's, worse, more lower level, I don't want to say just bad offense, but lower level, sure, bad offense, can score on a bad defense, right? But that turned, again, it's not paper, rock, scissors. They did score. I mean, they scored, not a lot, but they scored, 58, which was 5 points higher than the average Alabama was giving up against Alabama. So, there's a lot more going on the court. Or, maybe I was right. Alabama was a really tough matchup, and they still just won because that's how well they performed. We'll see. So this is a very different upset opportunity because Vanderbilt has this potent scoring offense, top 10. Their scoring defense is way down here at 48, which is still pretty good. 58.2 points per game. I mean, it's not like football where it's 119 or I don't even know what it is now, 120 something. D1 basketball is 350 or whatever. I don't even need to know the numbers. I need to look them up. So there you go. Women's basketball tonight, tennis all weekend. If you got any more questions about it, let me know. If checking out tennis, check out auburntorch.com. Check out our story on the Blades brothers, especially before the match with Alabama. Get ready for it. These are two. This is the doubles team that you can watch. They're at the beginning, and they both might be cracking singles lineup. I mean, Billy will be. Freddie might be cracking singles lineup too. I think it's a matter of him just getting comfortable at Auburn. If you don't know the story, Billy is team captain for Auburn. Came here for Auburn from England. His younger brother Freddie grew up with him. Went on those roads in England in their the youth tennis circuit. But they came to America for college, and he wanted to kind of, I'm a little brother too. Like I have a big brother, and I get it. And he wanted to just kind of go somewhere else and kind of strive off on his own. So he went to Georgia. So it's still in the SEC, and not too far from his brother, I guess. But then entered the transfer portal last year, and they were able to reunite. So just like old times, man. So there's a lot, and then we get into the weeds a little bit about what makes them unique as a team, like not just how we're brothers and we know each other well, right? Which is part of it. Part of it is we talk about Billy, his fast hands, the way he's at the net. He's a big, imposing 6'3". Freddie's also grown 6'3" in his own right, but Freddie has found himself as a little bit more on the baseline than Billy. And we talk about their second serve return, when Freddie is back there, what they're able to do. So we get in the weeds, man, and that's what we do. Like I promise you guys, it's the same thing. We've been on, if you're listening to this, you know me, and we've been on this ride together, like through gymnastics, especially where it's like, we'll talk about something and we don't understand it, or I'll say it and you don't understand it, and like we'll just keep talking about it, and then you start to get it, right? So something to look out for on tennis, right? So check it out. Subscribe. Subscriptions low as $4 a month. Just get you a login. Help support the cause. Help support all this, what we got going on, and then we'll keep it going. So busy weekend. Women's basketball tonight. Gymnastics tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow morning. We'll probably be talking about top eights and the gymnastics lineup mostly. So want to get tennis done today. Until then, tomorrow, everybody, take care. Stay warm with this weather. Stay on top of it. Check out Span's live stream. And until then, we'll see you tomorrow.